welcome to the Post Plant podcast. Today I'm your host Kadu Boot, and we'll be talking about events in eSports, and I'm joined with my guest
Cam,
Baden,
Ellie.
Cam. We heard about the game you had last week. What
Yeah.
did you and your team, who did you guys face in that game?
we faced against SNC Rams 2, which is I think it's North Swindon College. Their B team. I'd say the game that we played, in my opinion, it was quite easy, but obviously they still were a tough team to play against, and I'd say it went well, but we definitely could have played better. It got to a point where we lost 4 or 5 rounds in a row, and it was just like, what are we doing wrong? I think it was just we got to a point where it was just autopilot. Like, we won so many rounds in a row that we thought, well, why are we trying? And I think that's where we made the mistake, is where we just stopped thinking, and I think that's what gave us the bad round difference, because we could have been higher on the boards, but because we trolled quite a few rounds, it was kind of unfortunate.
When you saw the name, the NSBC, did you have flashbacks from the other team beating you guys, or we had a positive mindset going into the game?
I say we all genuinely had a positive mindset, because the first team, we went into that game thinking that they were going to be really good, and they actually really wasn't. I think it was just we knew them from TikTok, so it was just well, they're going to be really, really good, and we're going to get beat by quite a lot.
Yeah.
But when we got into the game and we played it out, it was they're not actually good. It was kind of it was playing in our mind a little bit, and it was kind of like playing games with us. But yeah, their second team, I'd say, is a lot worse compared to what their first team was.
When you were conceding and went from the 7-1 to 7-3, 7-7, how did your mindset come in?
I'd say it was very demoralizing, because it was just well, what are we doing? It was just we shouldn't be losing these easy rounds, and it was just, it was very confusing, and it was very demoralizing that we were losing these easy rounds when we practiced for so long.
Oh, thank you for that insight into the game. And right now we have a little interview from one of the team captains of the Valorant team, called Josh, right now.
Hi everyone, I'm your reporter Ray, and you're watching Rising to Radiant. And we're back with
Josh.
after their match against NSC Val 2. First reaction, how are we feeling after the match?
I feel very confident after that match. I think our game went very well, and our practice went much better than last time. Or our practice went much better than the week before last.
Congrats on winning the match. That was a well-deserved victory. So what do you think went right for the team today?
I think just fundamentals went way better than our first game. And I think, better, easier opponent, easy game. And also, we played very, very well in general.
Yeah, we did see the teamwork, and that definitely made it easier to win. So what's the biggest takeaway from this match?
Biggest takeaway, definitely need to not get worried about someone popping off on the other team, because that's definitely what made us lose way more rounds than we should have. That's why I got to call the timeout.
Yeah, going into these tournaments really is a truly learning experience. So what are your expectations for the next matchup?
Definitely to win and qualify. Do as well as we can. I think, just bring our best to the game, and I think we should win.
Yeah, the performance should stay consistent so that you guys can score another win. So do you have any message to your next opponents?
We've beat you before. Second time.
Lots of confidence. The other team better watch out. So thank you for your time, and we'll catch you on your next games. This has been Rising to Radiant, and I'm your reporter Ray. Thank you for tuning in.
We are back with a new guest today called Ed Curtis, and we know him from our event called it's not just our eSports event we have in our school that we're doing right now. We are also doing our event called Never Ending Stories. And Ed, do you want to introduce us to that as well?
Yeah, it's a event that's going to go on the 5th, so Thursday at 7 on the Rising Studios YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and also it'll be sort of an event showing, talking about sort of stories, and there'll be songs playing, live songs, and videos sort of in between that I've helped make, that sort of stuff.
Oh, like, are these videos and songs or the event is streamed on YouTube or anywhere it's streamed, like, any platform?
It'll be streamed on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
On the Rising Studios YouTube channel, and as well there's an Instagram account if you're interested in finding out more, which has a lot of information on it.
Like, are you involved in the streaming, like the event, or like how
Yeah,
are you guys involved in it?
On the night I'll be using a dolly camera,
What's that?
which it's a camera that's on rails that can move left to right, and also so if you see a camera moving left, and say one of the things we have is going to be a little documentary of sort of what makes Ipswich, which will have a lot of interviews with interesting people.
Oh.
That'll be something to look forward to as well. Another thing that I've been working for is in our intermission, we've got a little quiz to just try and sort of something interesting for when we're having a break.
Like any music, like is there gonna be a band happening? Are you gonna be a part of the band? Are you gonna be a backup singer? Like, what are you gonna do?
I'm not good enough, unfortunately, but we've got our 2 college bands playing, which they're very good. We did some test shots with them, and I will say they're amazing at what they do.
Like, are they like? Where they gonna perform though? Like, you told us that your venue got taken over.
Unfortunately, our venue got taken away, so we're going to be recording it all in the college, and we've got sort of a big stage area where we're going to do that.
In the atrium, or like what part of the college? So looking forward to.
There's like a little stage area, I don't know if you've seen it, where there's a stage for the music bands to perform. It's going to be larger than what we had before, so the bands have a lot more like space to work with.
From the stories, like, is it gonna be non-fiction, fiction, or is it gonna be like a play?
So the stories are more sort of like what we're going to be talking about throughout, and also our little videos we've made will link to that. So we've got tons sort of about books we like, just talking about them. As I said, the interviews about what stories that make Ipswich Ipswich. So it's a mixture of fiction and non-fiction, what we're talking about.
Ooh. Before anything else, I want to ask you one last question. What kind of books do you like to read, and like what kind of stories would you bring to the thing if you were a part of the event?
If I was doing my own stories, it'd just be sort of Warhammer stories, really, because that's sort of I'm interested in very sci-fi fiction, really.
Oh, that's good lore right there. Actually, that was pretty good. I actually like that.
Yeah.
So we can look forward to it on Thursday, right?
Yes, it'll be on Thursday at 7, and it should be very fun.
Thank you for that. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for interviewing.
A new topic that's started an uprising in the gaming communities with the Valve situation that's happening in the UK right now, with the lawsuit that's happened as well. Gamers getting expensive prices for what they normally used to, and with the lawsuit costing them around 566 million. And with Baden, I know you switched to PC. Does that affect you in any single way, or is that like new to you? Or doesn't matter to you?
Well, to be fair, I didn't know much. I had heard things about it, but mostly when I'm on Steam, I'm only buying like discounted games. Like, I'm only there for like the Steam sales, because obviously I've spent a lot of money on like games on my consoles, so I don't have a lot of money to spend on like PC games on Steam. So I'm mainly looking for like cheap games, or I go to like other platforms as well. Like Epic has like free games and things like that, which is helpful. So yeah.
What about you, Cam, as well? Do you play on Steam a lot?
I play on Steam regularly, but I don't like to spend on Steam compared to other games that I play, because I'm very basic when it comes to like playing games. Like I have like my sort of like categories for these. So yeah, with Steam it's kind of like whatever I own already, I just tend to use them sort of platforms. So with these people getting overcharged for for games and softwares and whatnot, I think I haven't been targeted by that like individually. So obviously I feel bad for the people that have been overcharged for these sort of prices, because it's not fair. But from my point of view, I can't really say anything about it because it's never happened to me.
And about you, Eliz, have you gotten charged, or like does this news really affect your gaming in any way or now?
I mean, I don't really buy a lot on Steam either. Like, I mean, I've bought games that have been discounted but a lot of the games I have on my account are either free or discounted. Like, I'm not like a massive like gamer of like first person shooters and stuff. I'm more of a cozy gamer, and a lot of those cozy games go on sale a lot, and they're really cheap. One of the ones I have seen is Hogwarts Legacy. It's like £50, but it's been like £5 on Steam sale, which is just crazy. I've never played it, but I have heard really bad reviews on it.
Hearing about the situation, I think we can all definitely say that it's affected a lot of people in many ways, and like the Steam should like work on a way to at least fix these hot fixes so they can stay away from them getting a bad reputation from this incident and like move on. And you think that people who are getting compensated for this should all get at least like £20 or something, or like a game for free of their choice?
Well, speaking of compensation, apparently I think if the lawsuit goes through and it actually rolls out, the set players that were overcharged will get a compensation between, I think it's like £22 and £44, depending on what they spent. But yeah, I think it's good that these players are being compensated, because I'd say they were exploited for these sort of prices that they paid for.
Yeah.
And
100%.
it's kind of not fair that they've paid these prices and it's not even like the true retail price.
Yeah.
On a brighter note, you know, with Rocket League, there's a situation happening right now where they've suddenly got an upsurge of 900k players. Like, is that a good thing for the community, Baden, or?
Well, I don't know if it's going to stay, because I think the main reason it's gone up is because of the streamer Jinxie, which, if you don't know, he'll come and like play a game that has like less players, and he'll come and like revive it. And so I feel like with that, like after he leaves the game, it's just going to die again. Because he did it first with Siege, and I feel like it went well. Then he went to Clash, and it's still up like right now, it's still doing well right now. And then Geometry Dash didn't go well, and I feel like Rocket League's going to be the same.
This is the second coming of the higher player base coming back to Rocket League since 2020, when the game became free for everyone when Epic Games bought it. So do you think it's a good for the game's longevity that more players and more streamers are getting involved, Cameron?
I'd say the longevity, no, because these sort of streamers, they don't stay around for long. You know, they make their content and then they move on to a new game. So where these people that came from other games, like when Jinxie played Red Dead Redemption 2, he'd done a walkthrough. All them Red Dead players came together and saw him play it. So I think the longevity will not last, personally, because of, you know, these new players that come to watch him. As soon as he disappears to another game, they'll also lose interest. But, you know, yeah, I really don't think the longevity will last.
Yeah.
Moving from that, how are you guys feeling about the GTA 6 coming out soon?
Hype for the game will die down,
Yeah.
and people won't like appreciate how good the game is, because they'd expect so much from a game that's been delayed so many times. And I feel like it would really upset the players if the game's a big letdown on release.
Bailey, you seem like you have a lot something to contribute to the conversation.
I was going to say, I did hear something about that they're not releasing the disc version, and they're going to start with the digital version, which I feel like I feel like it's not as huge of a problem, just because I think most people would be getting the game digitally anyway.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the same time, I feel like that is, you know, people have been waiting for the game a long time. If you want to get it on disc, you know, let's say the game isn't good, right, and you want to resell it or whatever, then getting it on disc is always helpful. So I think, you know, that might be an issue.
Yeah,
And
a lot
then-
of people like collect discs and stuff as well. So I feel like even if they don't play it, it's in their collection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I heard from other games that has happened, when they release like the digitals early, the workers inside of the headquarters, apparently they get access to these early games on disc, and they like to stream them live and like kind of like pirate the game to where it gives spoilers. So I think they've delayed it due to people not getting hold of the games early and leaking the storyline before the game's released, which I think is smart, because it's happened in other games where people that worked in these sort of headquarters, they get access to the games and then they stream them, and it just ruins the fun for everyone that hasn't played it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, talking about that, about the players not playing it, do you think, because I heard about the PC players are going to have it delayed as well, Like, how's that gonna affect? Like, is that gonna affect you much with the you had to play with the old version of GTA 6, like GTA 5?
I don't think it would affect me much because I'm not really like I don't really care about the game. Like if it comes out, it comes out. I won't really play it as much as other games.
Yeah.
I'm still excited for it because I played GTA 5, I played the other ones, so it would be nice to see a new game that will be around for quite a long time. But I'm not really too fussed that it's getting delayed on PC because there's been enough delays already. So I'm kind of lost the fun for it.
Talking about new gen games and what should we talk about? We should talk about the new gen consoles as well. Like the upcoming Xbox Magnum is coming out in 2027, I think. Like, how do you feel about that game? How do you feel about that console having PC specs built into it, with like the new moving from OG console with the 1 terabyte to actual more clear libraries like Steam as well to it? Ellie?
I see no point. You may as well just buy a PC at that point.
Yeah.
Especially for how much they want to sell it for. Like, it's probably going to be over $1,000 as well. You may as well just buy a good PC for that price. I just see no point.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it will be. I could be wrong, but I don't know what the FPS will be capped at. Because I know right now you can only go up to 120 for PC.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can also play console games on PC. Like you can get the Xbox Game Pass, and you have these access to the console games at better quality and better frames.
True.
Which console do you think is better? Are you looking forward to more, PS6 or the Xbox Magnus?
I'd honestly say probably the Magnus if I had to pick one, because obviously it's pretty much a PC, right? And the PS6 isn't going to be. But at the same time, I feel like at that point, PlayStation, I don't know, I feel they have more dedicated players. So I feel like a lot more people are more likely to buy the PlayStation because it's going to be more like a normal console. So it's going to be more like manageable and more convenient than a PC, which is what stopped me from going to PC for a while. It was like, I didn't understand any of it. And it's a little bit less convenient for some things. Like it's a lot less simple.
Talking about a PC and a console, there was a talk or rumors around Steam having its own thing called the Steam Box. Is anyone going to look forward to that? Or is anyone going to buy that?
What is a Steam Box?
It's like
Never heard of that.
I mean,
Never heard of
from
Steam
what
Box.
I've known as a connoisseur of all type of things media related,
Steam.
I was actually looking it up, and it's like a Steam. No, it's like a PC, like a cube, and it
Yeah.
has like different kind of CPUs and different kind of mechanics into it. That's built in, and it has like a.
This could be a PC. And
Yeah.
other people are like, oh, it's going to be a console, but it has like Steam connected to it.
I understand
What's
if you're
the
traveling,
point?
like if you have like a little Steam Deck or something like that.
Yeah.
But if you're just buying it to use it as a primary console, just buy a PC.
Yeah, honestly.
If you're not going to use it for traveling, just buy a PC.
Yeah,
It's the same price.
exactly.
All right, guys. This will be our last podcast, and I wanted to say thank you to our special guests, Baden, Ellie, and Cameron, for joining us for the last time. Until next year, and this last podcast will be uploaded on Wednesday at 4 p.m. and hope to see you guys next time. Bye.